is Super Tuesday on ESPN. It's the SEC from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Our matchup, the 13-8 Razorbacks of Arkansas on their home floor, being introduced right now, set to go up against the #2 team in the country, the Florida Gators, who've won 10 straight. They're 8-0 in conference play, and they've won 4 straight in SEC. A lot of turnovers and came up with points off those turnovers to win by 13 over the Volunteers in their last outing. Doug Shaz has got it in hand. Qualls and Patrick Young. And it's Florida controlling off the opening tip. Murphy kicks outside to Boynton. Wilbekin had a look, gave it up, and then worked to the elbow and missed that jumper.
First possession, Arkansas opens up in switching man-to-man of any ball screen action that Florida threw at it.
Marshawn Powell, what a way to open. He's been shooting pretty well from the outside, and he knocks down a 3.
He's their best three-point shooter in conference play right now, Marshawn Powell.
Now Wilbekin tries it from the other side, and this one hits both sides of the rim and comes out. Might have been fouled on the follow-through on that shot, but no call. Wade, and he knocks down a 3. For a team that hasn't been shooting well outside the arc, quite a start.
As in 24% in conference play from 3.
That lit up the crowd. Young backs in with that big body, the right-hand hook. And another rebound, Arkansas. Cody Clark will drop it back to Scott.
Arkansas runs a tight motion cutter ball movement offense.
Can they open up with 3 straight threes? No. Kenny Boynton, he's going to try a triple. Way off the mark. Young will keep it alive. And now Rosario on the baseline. The ball game for the Gators.
Florida's played a fair share of zone defense this year, and they're very quick reacting to that ball movement.
Powell gets a touch at the free throw line. They wanted to try to get it to him inside and can't. Wade will take the 3. Got it. He's not been shooting well out there either, and he's got 2 threes in his first 3 shots.
Well, really good patience by Arkansas in their zone offense. Got the ball side to side, and then the throw back to Mardrakus Wade wide open.
Murphy gets an open look. One of the best in the right hand, they get it right. Scott on the drive. Great drive, just came up short.
Boy, the ones you have to make, don't you, when you're playing the #2 team in the nation?
Yeah. Wilbekin, nice bounce pass down low, and the reverse layup's good for Rosario again.
Against this Florida half-court offense, they pass it with speed and precision.
E.J. Young in the lineup for the first time, coming off the bench, the leading scorer on the floor now for the Razorbacks. William Getz checked in for the Gators. He's on Powell defensively, and Powell turns and fires over him.
And Powell makes a hard shot because the defender actually stuck him right in the chest when he went up on the release with a hand.
Boynton, extra pass, Rosario. They move it around. Twice they had open looks, and they didn't take either 3. I'm not sure they shouldn't have.
They should have.
Now Wilbekin through traffic, might have gotten away with a walk.
Murphy practiced in the last 2 weeks because of tendonitis in his knee.
Clark on the drive, up and under and in. Nice foul.
Doug Shaz, the official, just kind of gave me the brief description.
Wilbekin double teamed on the switch off. Murphy's going to take a three. No good. Way up for the rebound, Michael Qualls. On the baseline, Powell lost the handle. First turnover of the ball game. Now Florida looking to run. Extra pass, Boynton for three. Got it. Kenny Boynton's first basket.
A pass that Rosario probably would not have made last year. And that's what Florida can do to you, Brad. All 5 starters in double figures.
E.J. Young goes out of their own basket. Here is Powell. And he's going to go straight up with it. And got it. Marshawn Powell off to a great start with 7.
When you come out in a stance, Brad, you got to keep your butt down. But when the ball goes up, the hands go up, but the rear end doesn't. And Marshawn Powell that time did a good job of reading the hand action of Florida.
Young up top. Has to bring it back to Boynton. 10 on the shot clock for Rosario. He'll take the jumper on a fade out. Nicholson will clear the rebound. Qualls gets down to 3. This is the biggest deficit of the year, tying Florida, losing to Kansas State. They trail by 11 in that one. They're down 11 right now. Rosario had it stripped from behind. Outlet pass. Ahead to Young. And now Powell for a slam. Billy might need a timeout here. Gonna let him play.
Can you play through the hot hand action of Arkansas's press?
Offensive foul. Not too many folks seated right now at Bud Walton.
It's almost like Billy Donovan's going to see if his older team can figure this thing out on their own without taking a timeout.
Good point. And a bump. And a foul on Prater. Well, at any rate, right now, he's going to probably wait for the 12-minute TV timeout, if nothing else. They might find themselves down by 15 by then. Pass inside, trying by Williams. Ja'Cory Williams. And the lead is 15.
Well, if you tuned in to see if Florida would be tested, the answer is yes.
Wilbekin does score this time on the drive.
Arkansas has a good rhythm against this zone. Very good rhythm.
B.J. Young, that's pretty good rhythm too. 26-10. Rosario got around and open for a 3. Oh, they're going to call it a 2 effort. Young looking for a pick. Nicholson gets it out. Snyder for 3. And Murphy goes up for the rebound.
Florida's really loading up on Young and Powell when they get a touch in this game. Second and third defender in the vision at all times.
Under 11.5 first half. All Arkansas so far, and Florida throws it away. U starts things off for signing day early tomorrow morning. And you can watch all day long. I think we've got 18 hours of coverage. Another 3 goes for Ja'Cory Williams, and it's just getting worse right now for the Gators.
Arkansas came in making 4 3-point shots per game in conference play. They already have 6 so far in this ball game.
6 out of 8. Not bad. Murphy in some traffic. A tie up. It'll stay with Florida. ESPN's journey to the tourney, season-long spotlight games that'll impact the tournament tonight. We've certainly got one. Two of the Big Ten rivals square off. Buckeyes take on the Wolverines. Ohio State and Michigan follows us at 9 on ESPN and also live on Watch ESPN. A 16-point Arkansas lead. Biggest deficit that Florida has faced this year, and they throw it away again. And it continues to swell. The Hogs' lead is up to 18.
Arkansas, Brad, is attacking the basketball on defense. Out of traps and out of their straight man-to-man. When Florida makes a move with the ball, Arkansas is all over it.
Wilbekin drops it down. Murphy's been a non-factor up to this point, and now he's a factor because he just picked up an offensive foul. Threw his shoulder in there, maybe out of frustration or maybe trying to send a message.
This is the attack mode that Arkansas is in to start this ball game. Their trap is hot. They're choking the life out of Florida right now on the defensive end of the floor, and Bud Walton Arena is rocking.
Midway first half, Arkansas by 18. We told everybody about a half an hour ago that Arkansas plays well at home. I'm not sure Jimmy and Shannon and I were expecting 31-13. Midway point of the first half.
Well, Florida has to adjust right now to Arkansas is going to put hands on and hands off the entire ball game, Brad, defensively. And you have to play through it. You're not going to get the calls. You have to adjust to it on the fly. Great teams fix the problems right now. Can Florida fix the problem?
Young guarded by Wilbekin's going to go straight up with it. And got it from three-point line again. If you ever wanted your medal tested, if you're Florida, you're about to find out. Powell weaving through traffic all the way to the rack. Tipped in by Williams.
Florida is being out-hustled by Arkansas. For the first time all year, Florida is allowing the opponent to play one of the top 5 most efficient defenses in all of college basketball. They have been a juggernaut up to this point.
There's been a couple of games this year when Florida hasn't given up this many points in a game.
Yeah.
Ball is kicked.
Well, what is Billy Donovan up against? He's up against a club right now that the ball is hot. It's not sticking on the bounce. A lot of touches, a lot of quick movement. Arkansas playing hot ball right now on the offensive end.
And shooting 78% from the floor. 7 on the shot clock. As the ball was loose momentarily, Clark's got to realize that and get it to somebody. Here goes Wade from long range. Wilbekin with a rebound. Trying to find some kind of flow to their offense.
That Arkansas's switching and trapping on the block has taken away any flow that Florida had.
And now a block shot by Cody Clark. Adrakis Wade the other way, and he draws a foul. Arkansas forces over 18 turnovers a game, and they turn them into points. They haven't forced that many turnovers tonight, but everything else is going right. When you're shooting 78%, you don't have to force turnovers. Kenny Boynton misses a 3. Murphy will keep it alive and go straight up with it. Draws a foul from Clark. That'll be his second on Clark.
Excellent, and their recovery out of it. Coverage, protection, and recovery against Florida is critical.
In Florida in the zone. As Arkansas works it around the perimeter, now gets it to Powell. There's an open look for Matt. Got it.
Again, just great offense by Arkansas, Brad. Patient. They had different guys, Mickelson and Powell, setting screens around the free throw stripe, really bothering that Florida zone up top.
Murphy posts up down the end.
Oladipo and Zeller are in that Wooden Award conversation, probably in the top 6 right now. No other team has two guys ranking that high individually.
Wilbekin picks up his dribble. They work it around the perimeter. He's just not any open looks right now. There's a little bump. Mardrakus Wade picks up. And not tonight. Arkansas is lighting it up from the outside. Young in close. Got it to go.
You know what? It's a gamble to put Patrick Young back in with 2 fouls. It's a bigger gamble to keep him out right now if you're on the road with this deficit. Powell is the play starter around that elbow against the zone.
And he works from side to side at that free throw line. Nicholson doubled down low. Not a good pass. And that's only the second Arkansas turnover.
Well, Nicholson just got chewed up. It became a man's play, and he melted.
Murphy over Nicholson. The three hasn't been there tonight for him. And it has been all year. Second in the nation in three-point shooting. Mardrakus Wade. And he misses a three. Trying to get some points in transition. They will get a foul at the
percentage shooter.
And he's built a little bit larger.
Yeah, he is, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a key guy for Florida when March comes around.
Foul. Turns and fires. This time it won't go, but B.J. Young had a hand on it and lost it out of bounds. Again, look at the margin of victory in the SEC wins this year. By over an average of 26 points. And right now, they're down 19. And it stays 19.
Patrick Young caught that ball too deep. The backboard became a defender.
B.J. Young for three. Nice offensive rebound by Qualls. Arkansas had their chances. They got pretty good looks from the outside and the inside. Missed them both.
Arkansas actually has a rebound advantage in this game. That's another sign of Arkansas being at high alert.
Wow. Didn't get across the timeline. And that's just a mental error. Florida a little bit rattled right
in the backcourt, resulting in the 10-second count.
And a walk. And Marshawn Powell.
Brad, if you're Arkansas right now and you're capable of having a 25, 26-point lead at half, you better do it, because it's the #2 team in the nation, and Mike Anderson knows that they've missed a couple of opportunities here in the last minute to go ahead and extend this thing out.
They had it at 23 on a couple of occasions. They don't want it to slip to, say, 14 before the break, or 13, something like that.
Absolutely.
We'll find out in the next 4 minutes, 20 seconds. Rosario baseline to kick out. Wilbekin's wide open for three, and he got it.
That was a great find. I mean, a great find on the baseline drive, because the opposite corner was covered up with a shooter. The defender went there. Boom. Throw it opposite elbow.
Nicholson just inside the three-point line. Rebound kept alive again by Ja'Cory Williams. Arkansas almost let that one slip away. Williams has a lot of hands around that lane. 20 seconds on the shot clock as we're under 3:40 in the first half. The lob underneath is a good one to Nicholson.
The patience of Arkansas. The perception is they take your legs away with pressure defense. You break down films, they make you work your tail off when they have the ball offensively.
Wilbekin turnaround jumper way off the mark. Out of bounds. Arkansas will have the ball.
I'm going to help Billy Donovan out a little bit. Brad, Arkansas came in shooting 24% from the three-point line. They were beginning this game to stop the drive and load up on the ball. That's why they started the game with their hands down. They will now have to make the adjustment.
They've cooled off a little bit from the floor, but that's not saying much, seeing they were shooting around 78% for a good part of this half. 8 on the shot clock. Young looking for a screen from Williams. They just got the shot away. In and out. The rebound will come off to Florida. Quick pass underneath. Wilbekin, three-pointer. Would have been a big one had it gone, but it doesn't. And the rebound is Ja'Cory Williams again. On the other end, Florida comes up with a block, and in transition, they waste an opportunity.
If you're Arkansas, you slow this thing down and make, Florida work defensively. When you've done it, you've gotten really good looks.
B.J. Young over Wilbekin. Nicholson trying to tip it in there, but the rebound snatched down by Frazier.
Bad shot by Young with 20 on the shot clock.
And on the other end, Frazier gets the three to go. And timeout taken by Mike Anderson.
Admire Billy Donovan has only used one timeout. I think wanting to find out what are my guys made of in this building on the road. And they have kind of fixed some of the problems on the fly, which is what really, really good teams are capable of doing.
Young. And hand check foul. He's third in the conference in assists. A little over a minute to go, first half. Murphy.
About a half step too fast on the offensive end.
Under a minute. Williams with a left hand, a little too strong. And Murphy comes up with a loose ball. And the possession arrow goes to Arkansas. They bring it in to hide our way back in the backcourt. The walk-on, who's one of the captains of this team. Played his high school ball right here in Fayetteville. About a 10-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. And Williams walked with it.
That's why I like Marshawn Powell catching the ball in that area. He's much more comfortable and confident and actually better at catching the ball against his zone, wheeling, spinning, and making the right read.
So he was going to take the last shot for Florida. 15 to play till halftime.
Well, you get it up soon enough, don't you, to get on that offensive glass if you're Florida?
Kenny Boynton on a dribble. He's going to take a three. Didn't get it. Wilbekin keeps it alive. He'll take the baseline jumper, and it rolls around and out. And Arkansas at halftime up by shooting in the 78% range. They cooled off to 53 at halftime, but they lead 43-26 as we open the half. Can number 2 Florida battle out of this big hole that they put themselves in on the road? Loose ball. First one goes to Arkansas, and the lead's going to get up there. Just like Cody Clark got up there. Florida's 8th turnover turns into an easy deuce to open up the second half for the Hogs. And another turnover. And now Powell lobs. And going to be a foul on Patrick Young, and that'll be his third. Kentucky comes to Gainesville.
A huge loss. Will you get is the best defender on a terrific defensive club.
Murphy, who was a non-factor in the first half, misses his first 3 attempts here in the second half.
Well, if I'm Florida, I try to play power ball to start this second half and go at Arkansas' size or lack of.
Scott, quick first move and quick enough that Boynton's fouled him. Baseline jumper. Michael Qualls. The lead's back to 23 again. And another Gator turnover, 3 straight. Scott from the elbow. Jimmy Joe, there are reasons you take timeouts. They vary. I think that one was Billy Donovan's way of getting a point across to at least one of the officials. I don't know if he got it across or not.
Well, you know, I think he got it across to all three officials. Doug Shows, Mike Nance, and Mark Whitehead. They know that Billy Donovan took that timeout because he feels like there's a lot of contact that's not getting called. We'll see what happens in the next 3 minutes and if anything changes. You know what, if you're Florida, you better get tougher and play through it.
Boynton, the outlet to Rosario on the breakout. There hasn't been a lot of transition baskets tonight by Florida, but they got one there, and they come up.
The last two possessions.
Murphy on a double team, hooks it around on the baseline. Chance for a three-point.
Take care of our head coach. That is wrong. ADs and presidents should be on top of their coach if they don't handle the sidelines well. Donovan and Mike Anderson are very respectful about getting their points across, but not every coach is like that.
No doubt about that. B.J. Young had just checked in. Patrick Young remembers playing with 3 fouls. I'm not sure he didn't get power touch somewhere down there.
Think like a coach.
Young picks up his dribble, 3 to shoot, and have to hustle. Not even going to get a shot away. Shot clock violation. So, first of all, Florida has 3 pretty good possessions. You can see their bench reacting. Now, Mike Anderson's Razorbacks didn't have a good possession there. Not even getting a shot off.
Arkansas continues to switch everything that involves a pick and roll, a pick and pop, and on-ball action. You talk and you get through it.
Kenny Boynton, a 3 off the inbound. Powell snatches down the rebound. And the outlet, dangerous one. It was a walk that they got away with. The jam doesn't go for Qualls.
That wasn't Victor Oladipo misses, but it was a pretty good one.
Yep. Patrick Young with a right hand off the window. Only his second field goal, and it cuts it to 14.
As of tonight.
Miami, like Florida, unbeaten in conference play. That is an impressive hangar you have at Northwest Arkansas Regional Airport, by the way, for that thing. Very clean.
You see it when you landed last night?
Yes, I saw it last night.
Got my guys working on it.
10 on the shot clock.
Well, without Powell, that zone offense by Arkansas looks completely different.
Trap in the corner. They cross-court it. 3 to shoot. They might not get one away here either. They do, and he hit it. Wow, Michael Qualls the last second.
Marshawn Powell's being worked on by Dave England at the end of that Arkansas bench. It looks like he's trying to work out a cramp. And Florida needs to make hay right now with Marshawn Powell on the bench.
Wilbekin with a left hand. Tough shot tipped in by Young.
That's where you go. If you're Florida, you play power basketball for about a 3 or 4 minute stretch right now.
They don't get out on the corner. The jumper won't go, though. And Wilbekin in good position for the rebound on the weak side.
Arkansas cannot handle Patrick Young inside.
And Mickelson knowing that.
Whoever you want to say is an elite level coach, Billy Donovan should be in that conversation.
The lead from that time has gone from 23 down to 14.
They are going right at the nose of Arkansas right now. Billy Donovan said, enough of this three-point shooting stuff. Let's start playing smash-mouth basketball and get back in this thing.
B.J. Young, tough jumper, followed though by both Mickelson and Ja'Cory Williams. I'm not sure who they're going to give credit. I think Ja'Cory Williams. Wilbekin, little shake and bake. Got double teamed inside and threw it away. Mickelson made a tough catch on the baseline to keep that one alive. Baseline move by Young, and he's fouled. 17-point game, 14 to go. As As Mike Anderson told Shannon, I know the Gators are going to make a run. They've already made a partial run. In the zone.
Mickelson can make a shot from inside that zone if they get big number 21 a touch.
You said earlier he can hit from out there. The walk-on captain from right here in town lights up the crowd. Wilber's going to try to answer. And collision under the bench.
Now with 13-11 to go, how effective can he be?
Prater dribbles it off his foot and turns it over.
Turnovers are either careless or selfish, and that was a careless turnover by Florida once again.
Can he do it again? That one rims out. And now Wilbekin looking for numbers. Got Prater on the wing. Missed the layup. Florida forces a turnover. And Wilbekin comes up short, arms it on the other end. Missed a couple of layups. B.J. Young weaving through traffic. Leads it for Madison.
Arkansas has laid on Florida in this building is at a whole nother level than what Florida has seen all season long.
And the Hogs are on an 8-0 run right now. Still 12 minutes to play, but holding a 22-point lead over the number 2 team in the country.
You can grind away right now if you're Arkansas. You can move that basketball and grind away against this Florida zone.
5 to shoot. B.J. Young, a jump stop, gives it out to Powell. And an air ball. That'll be a shot to go. That three-pointer will help the cause for Michael Frazier, his second of the night from out there. Different looking group on the floor right now for Arkansas.
Powell back on the floor. That's the shot maker against the zone and the playmaker.
And the foul
17
taker.
points down. Billy Donovan told his guys at that time that it was all about attitude and disposition in the second half. Not happy with what he's seen so far. He was fired up on that bench moments ago. He told his players, stop talking, start playing, start fighting.
That's a very good suggestion. The problem is Arkansas tonight has been too hot from the floor, almost the midway point of the half, and they're up 21. Kenny Boynton had it stripped. Back come the Hogs the other way. B.J. Young. It's a 23-point Arkansas lead. .15-footer by Clark, and he's fouled by Young. That's going to put him at the free throw line, and Young's got his
the other way they can get this thing near the rim. Just sit down in a stance, switch everything, and keep Florida out of the lane should be priority 1 and 2 for Arkansas.
Murphy had it stripped. Florida continues to turn it over. Arkansas continues to make those kind of plays. Cody Clark airborne. 27-point lead.
Semi-delay game action by Arkansas when they stack it high. Going to take clock off right now. Continue to make Florida work. They're stacking the elbow, and if you make a mistake, Arkansas will dunk on you at the rim.
Arkansas turns it over. And they'll walk the other way for free throw.
Florida, a pressing team, has not pressed one time in this ball game.
There's a turnover. Wilbekin guards his body well and scores on the layup.
And now Billy Donovan comes with a little bit of extended pressure for the first time. He didn't want to press on the road in this building tonight. But he has no choice right now with 8:36 to go.
Prather with the overplay, trying to knock it away from behind. He picks up his. And he was 5 out of 6 from three-point range and 7 of 8 overall in that game. And tonight, nothing offensively.
Brad, the priorities when you play Arkansas, when you play Florida, you cannot let the ball turn the corner and get to the middle third of the floor.
Again, a swarming defense by Arkansas. Murphy finally did get a look and got his first three-pointer of the night. Wilbekin's going to pick up another 5. Got 1 of 2 there. Now the 8-minute mark. And it's a 22-point ball game. Most points that Florida's allowed all year. And we still have 8 minutes to go.
Arkansas not afraid to switch, get a mismatch in size, and then be patient and switch it right back. It has battled Florida in this game.
Young off the side of the backboard with the right hand.
They move the ball, they ball fake, they shot fake, they occupy the eyes of Florida's defense in this game very, very well.
You'd have told me this 5 would be on the floor for Arkansas with 7 minutes to go. I would have said they'd been down 25 points.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And 5 on the shot clock. Rashad Madden will take it over Morton. Easy rebound for Michael Frazier.
Arkansas will put a saddle on you as you bring that ball up the sidelines.
Another missed layup, but the cleanup by Patrick Young. Jimmy. B.J. Young is the only Arkansas player that's in double figures, and he's got 11, but they've got 11 different guys that have scored.
How about that?
Walls buries a jumper.
Well, that was great footwork by Qualls to catch, and then 1-2. No wasted movement with his feet. 1-2 right up into the shot.
Young double teamed, kicks it out. Rosario tried 3 and got it. 15 for Rosario. That leads Florida in scoring. And we'll get another timeout.
You just put a lot of pressure on me, man.
This packed house at Bud Walton Arena kind of taking a break right now. You hear a pin drop in here. The team in command. 5 on the shot clock. B.J. Young. Scoop shot that's knocked away.
Now Florida can make 3 or 4 threes in a row on you now. This thing's not over.
Rosario got his man in the air. Did get the 3 off, but it's short. 5:24. Murphy. The 3 off the inbound. He got the look they wanted. They do get a second chance.
Well, those are the one he makes. Again, one of the top 5 shooters in college ball is Eric Murphy from 3.
This time he'll take it inside. And a foul. There's a 3-point play for Murphy, the old-fashioned way. Now the 5-minute mark. And a 16-point game. It won't matter if they exchange basket for basket. Well, Florida needs stops and points.
This is that delay game. I'm sorry, partner, with at the elbow, just taking down clock, but now they need to make one.
That guy's made quite a few tonight. B.J. Young gets it back and knows that he's going to back it out and try to use some more clock. Well, not too much. Powell inside.
You tell me, who's been the quicker team the entire ball game?
Arkansas by far.
That's one of Florida's biggest problems in this game tonight.
Wilbekin way up on the window to get it over everybody. 11 for Scotty Wilbekin.
We get back and break down the 50-50 balls in this game. Arkansas is going to get 75% of them.
Nice leave to Powell. Missed the reverse layup. Florida continuing to press here. Press the issue, that is, on offense as we're under 4 minutes. Big shot of the goes and it does.
If they can, then Arkansas has game pressure put on them for the first time and since the opening tip, it feels like. Well, you got him right there. Florida had him.
On the baseline. That'll let the crowd back up. Qualls. Young is gone.
And that might be an SC top 10 play. Start of his young career as a Razorback, and he seizing the opportunity very well. Arkansas will continue to switch out on everything and cannot give Florida clean threes right now.
Wilbekin gives it up to Murphy. They get another chance. Murphy backpedals and that brings it back on the inside. We'll go back to the Mississippi State handily the first time out, and then next Tuesday on Super Tuesday, guess who comes to O'Connell Center? Kentucky. Kentucky will be favored in both of their games this week, so that might be a 1-game difference in the SEC standings next week when we're in Gainesville.
Nerlens Noel is getting better. Not every game, every practice right now for John Calipari. He's taken off maybe about the same time Anthony Davis did last year for John Calipari.
Again, the Hogs take that shot clock down as far as they can. And now B.J. Young makes a move in the paint. Doesn't get the shot to go, but they did use a lot of clock.
How big would a 3 be here for Florida?
We almost found out. Still might. Wilbekin. Nope. They missed 2.
2 really good looks. In rhythm. Ball was delivered right in the shot pocket and just missed.
And now the fans start thinking what you were thinking. If those threes aren't going to go, where are they going to go? And do they have enough time to get any more? 2 minutes to play. Marshawn Powell on the dribble. Up. Not good off the backside as Murphy with a rebound. Now Florida's got to hustle. Wilbekin will take it to the rack. B.J. Young with a rebound. And now he's pushing it all the way down the floor. And he'll go to the free throw line courtesy of Murphy.
He is not going to give it up or stop. Regardless of time, score, and momentum, B.J. Young is wired to Mike Anderson, bringing him off the bench the last couple of ball games.
Murphy the extra pass. Wilbekin baseline 3. Down to 12 with 1:20 to go. And foul.
Now with his fingers crossed, reading the newspaper saying, please don't bother me.
Madden got both free throws. Florida turns it over. And the clock is winding down on the Gators. Try to win their 11th straight game and remain unbeaten in the conference.
An interesting team to follow, Arkansas, in February. They had a good win in here against Oklahoma, who's showing well in the Big 12. They still have Kentucky and Missouri coming in this game.
Arkansas beat the number 2 ranked team. It was February 24th of 1999 when they beat Auburn.
That's the last time a number 1 or 2 team came in to Fayetteville, correct?
Yep. Kenny Morton way out. Got the 3. Could have used a few more of those from him earlier in the ballgame.
We've got to hit the first guy that breaks open.
And Billy Donovan's not even off his chair. I think he realizes now that there's not much he can do about it. And that his unblemished record in the SEC will go by the wayside at Bud Walton Arena.
Well, and we're down to the Miami Hurricane as the only team in the Power Conference that's still unbeaten in conference play.
Miami stayed unbeaten tonight. Florida won't. And amazingly enough, we said how good Arkansas can be on their home floor. They're going to prove it again tonight, as they're going to go to 5-4 in conference play and move above the middle of the pack. And they do it in stunning fashion over the number 2 team in the country. 80-69 Hawks. $80-69 is the final.